Hey, it's Jen with Perpetual Odyssey, and we got to go on another little day trip today. And once again, we had coupons from work camping from Casey's End of the Work. And this place, as well as the second place we are going to go to today, were free because we had coupons. The first place we're at today is Big Cat Rescue of Tampa, and I'm on their website right now. Big Cat Rescue, caring for cats and ending the trade. Big Cat Rescue, one of the world's largest accredited sanctuaries for exotic cats, is a leading advocate in ending the abuse of captive big cats and saving wild cats from extinction. And down a little further, it says, "We are home to lions, tigers, bobcats, cougars, and several other species, most of which whom have been abandoned, abused, orphaned, saved from being turned into fur coats, or retired from performing acts." And to see the big cats there, you actually have to go on a tour. So they offer tours a few days a week, and you have to sign up for one of the two tour times. I can't remember how long the tour was, but it was certainly long enough to get to see several of their big cats there. Each one has a story, and you walk around with a headset on, like you would be at a museum, and you get to listen to each individual cat's stories. And here's a clip of the tour guide referring to that.
This is one of our male leopards, and his name is Chitaro. And I'll go ahead and play his story for you.
Like this guy over here, he actually became aggressive and he had to be neutered, and I had no idea that if they're neutered, they will lose their mane. So this is a lion without a mane. There were several of these kinds of cats there. These are called servals, Servals, and I did not know about them. This beautiful animal is a black leopard, and if you look closely, you can actually see his leopard spots. They're just harder to see because he's black. And there's regular leopards, of course, too. Here's a cool fact I didn't know before going. If you shave all the fur off of a lion or a leopard or these kinds of animals, their stripes and spots are also on their skin. And it's like fingerprints. Each animal has unique and different markings. And that concludes our morning at the Big Cat Rescue of Tampa. Looking back at it, I actually feel bad that we had free coupons to go. These cats are really beautiful, and it costs a lot of money to take care of them and everything, and I feel bad that we didn't pay the full price for admission. Hopefully us going will inspire other people to go, though, and then the big cats will be continued to be rescued. Hey, we are going to the Florida Aquarium today. We're in downtown Tampa, and this is where the cruise ships also leave from, so maybe while we're down there we'll walk along the water and get to see that. One day we might actually end up going on a cruise. That would be really, I think, the right thing to do since we're so close to where so many of them leave. After a quick cafe snack, we started off our day in the aquarium by petting some sharks. Ooh, and there's a fun white one, but he doesn't want to get pet so much as the others. And this place had some real fun features like this area. So you're in sort of a cave watching some displays in front of you, and when you look up, there's fish in the ceiling above you as well, and even some turtles. That's pretty cool. And they have lots of crazy critters here in this place too that you will soon see, like this turtle who opens his mouth and wiggles his tongue, and then little fish take the bait, i.e. his tongue, and then he chomps down and eats the fish. Huh. And even though it was a weekday, there were a lot of field trips to this place, and there were kids running around, and it was really, really noisy, so I didn't get any good audio from when I was there. A lot of the tanks, though, are down at eye level for kids, and then these types of things swim along. And I think that the displays that they had were really well done and fairly interactive as well. Like here in this tank, you could see what's going on under the water in the mangrove roots, and then when you stand up all the way, you actually see the mangrove trees, and they've got ducks and birds and all kinds of things actually alive that live on top of the water, as well as the fish that live under the water. Pretty cool. You'll see some of the ducks in just a moment. And now I am a duck fan if there ever was a duck fan, so I am going to pick out Ducky Little Ditty and play it while you get to see some of the ducks. Sorry, I thought that was fun. Those ducks were right in front of my nose, and I just wanted to pick them up and pet them and play with them. Oh, I think ducks are adorable. And then there's these guys. They're not ducks, they're fish. They look like they're made of steel. Pretty cool. And in addition to fish made of metal, there were really, really big fish and puffy puffer fish and needlefish and other kinds of puffy fish and lots of fish with colors and dots and stripes and all kinds of fish that are just fish. And then there's this. Is this even a fish? This has got to be one of the most bizarre things that I have ever seen. And here are his friends. Let's just watch them hang out and see what they're up to. Pretty strange. Let's move over to the next tank where we have something equally as bizarre. Are they eels, snakes, worms, fish? I truthfully can't remember, but they are pretty interesting. Okay, let's take a small break from the weird stuff, play the rest of that ducky song, and watch some otters. And on to the seahorse. On a side note, that song we just heard was called If I Had a Chicken, which is comical to me for some reason. Seahorses, on the other hand, are not comical. They are just weird and bizarre, and I don't know what to make of them. They're fascinating. They're amazing. I don't even know if they're actually a fish or if they're more like a crustacean or a sea creature. And let's go ahead and look at some of these blobs. It's hard to imagine that these things are creatures and they are alive and they are complexed and they're come in all kinds of shapes and colors and sizes. And well, they're well represented here at the aquarium. And even more spectacular than this is in a moment, we are going to get to pet them.
I don't want to hurt it.
Does it feel like Jello?
Feels like a love club.
I know, right?
They just sometimes they'll do that. They want to explore. And their eyesight isn't very good.
Oh, it's sticky. Are you sure that's okay?
Like, no, all right, well, I'm out of the water now. I'm just going to go back.
Oh, it's so sticky.
I want to
Yes. Oh, I don't want to hurt it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh. So that was definitely a first for us. Sorry about the bad audio quality. Like I said, there were a lot of people in the aquarium and there was a lot of noise going on, but it was fun to get to pet them and hear our reaction, I think. And although there are some other interesting things to see at the aquarium, I think we should end the video with this little guy, Pebbles the penguin. He was one of the highlights of the day for me. I've never met a penguin in person, and I got to meet Pebbles.
What's going on, bud?
We have 6 males and 4 females.
Getting any eggs?
We've only had one lay an egg, and hopefully in the future we're gonna build a big exhibit for them and have a breeding program established. They've all come from different zoos.
And on that note, let's say goodbye to Pebbles and goodbye to the Tampa Aquarium. We had a good day.